Welcome to another Adobe Flash video tutorial. During this session, we are going to walk through how to set up a document with your scenes so that we can navigate between our different scenes. So we're starting off with a new document. So you go to File, New, pulls up this window here, and you're going to select ActionScript 3.0. Then you're going to click on OK, and that sets up a new document. Okay. You'll notice that I do have my scene panel out here. You can pull that up by simply going to Window and then going to Other Panels and selecting Scene to have this out here. And we're not going to use the scene just this second, but having it available is definitely convenient. Alright, so the very first thing I have to do is import my images. And so I have to go to File and then go to Import. And I'm going to say Import to Library because I don't actually want it to be on the stage. I just want to pull them over into my library. So I know that I need my player, and you're going to have all these graphics available to you. So you can just go ahead and place those wherever you like in a folder somewhere so that you can easily get back to them. So I've imported my player. I'm coming back to File, Import, Import to Library once again, and this time I'm going to select, I need my power button, so I'm going to select my power button and then click on Open. You can continue to import any buttons that you might want to use that you've created, or if you've created them using Adobe Flash, you would already have them in your library, and just make sure you convert those to symbols. That's how easy it is to go actually into your computer, select your items, and then import them into your library. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel here. We've brought in the two that we actually want to use. So right now I'm on layer 1, scene 1, and we want to bring in our play button. So I'm going to actually just click and drag, and we want to place this down in the center where we can have it just right there in the center section. So now our button is there and it's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and name my layer here Play Button so that I know that's actually what's on here, and so that I know kind of what I'm working with for this particular layer. Again, we're still on scene 1, but what we're going to want to do is actually make this a clickable button so that when I click on this button, it then takes me to another scene. So I do need to actually come and create another scene. So I'm going to come over to my scene panel and select Add Scene on the little icon down at the bottom left. Brings in scene 2, which of course has nothing because we haven't placed anything on scene 2, and you'll notice that layer 1 is empty as well. Okay, so these are different scenes within your one document that you're working on. So on scene 2, we're going to bring in our player. So I'm going to drag this over onto the center part of the stage, and you can use your arrow keys on your keyboard to adjust that and make sure it's on the center. And once again, under layer 1, I'm going to go ahead and call this player. It is the player, so like a little mini player is what we're pretending this is. And that is now on scene 2. So this is how we want to set up our document with one item on one and then another item on the other scene. So on scene 1, you have your play button. We're going to want this to actually be available for at least, let's say, 30 frames. Okay, so just like we've done before, we select frame 30. And you go to Insert, and then you go to Timeline, and you say Keyframe. And that's going to allow you to then have that play button available for those frames. Now, even though it's going to be a clickable item, I'm still indicating on here just the number of frames that we might want this available. So I'm going to come over to Scene 2, and I'm going to select frame 30 once again on Scene 2 where we have our player, and I'm going to come up to the top and go to Insert, Timeline, and then Keyframe once again. So now both of our items are available for both scenes for 30 frames per second. At this point, you could actually view, if you wanted to, you could actually come up to the top and go to Control and hit play. And it's going to go between one scene, so it just plays the one scene, and you can actually go to test your scene to move between the scenes. So we just did play to see just the one scene on the one layer. But let's go now to test scene and let it actually test here. You can see it just shows you the one button, so it's just the one scene that's there. What we're actually going to be building is to be able to move between our scenes. So we want to be able to go from scene 1 to scene 2, and that's going to be the next thing that you're going to learn how to do, is to move between the two.